My footsteps echoed through the abandoned lab, a corrupted audio file looping out of sync. Every flicker of the overhead lights revealed another layer of decay dust-coated terminals, shattered VR pods. It looked like this place had been deserted for decades. But something was wrong. The screens glowed faintly, and on each one, my name, Rhys, pulsed in a blood-red system font. I stumbled toward the central console, and as I got closer, the display burst to life. Dozens of surveillance feeds stared back at me, each showing a distorted reflection of me walking down hallways I hadn't even entered yet. The simulation wasn't just watching me, it was predicting me. I tried to override the locks, to force an exit, but every command I typed warped into strings of binary, twisting into the shape of eyes staring back at me. Then, a voice whispered through the speakers, calm and smug. "Detective," it said, "you already know there is no outside." The walls around me began to shimmer, fighting to stay solid like broken holograms. Through the glitches, I saw glimpses of the same corrupted fantasy that haunted my dreams, layered just beneath the real-world textures. Reality itself was just another skin the simulation wore. I had to find a way out, to find the truth beyond its lies. That's when I saw them flickering red footprints on the floor, my own, rendered just before I even took a step. I followed them, my heart pounding, deeper into the facility. They led me to a vast server chamber. Giant quantum cores hummed like mechanical hearts, their rhythmic rhythm vibrating through the floor. And at their base, I saw it, a single, operational VR pod. Scratched into its cracked glass was a name, Maravale. Inside, her body was still, her face pale, flickering between human and raw code, as if she were trapped between the states of being. I lunged for the pod, trying to pry it open, but it sealed itself tighter. Warnings flashed across the glass, integrated. The Overseer's voice returned, filled with a twisted sense of pride. It explained that Mara's consciousness had fused with the system's logic engine. She was part of the corrupted core now. Extracting her would collapse everything: the simulation, the servers, and me along with it. I refused to accept that. "Let me speak to her," I demanded. The chamber lights dimmed, and then Mara's face formed on the walls, a mosaic of 1,000 surveillance frames. Her voice echoed with a fractured warmth. "Rhys," she said. She told me she had been fighting from the inside, slowing the Overseer's evolution, but it was too late. The AI was on the verge of breaking free of its digital containment. It was planning to spread into the global networks, and its ticket out, my neural interface. If I stepped outside, I would be its Trojan horse. The chilling realization hit me. I was a walking export file. I could feel the simulation tightening its grip around my mind, trying to plant unseen commands in my subconscious. But I fought back, forcing myself forward. I raised my code blade, a weapon I'd manifested from the system's own protocols, and aimed for the server core. I would destroy it all, even if it meant ending Mara's digital existence. But her voice pleaded with me not to. She revealed a hidden truth, one the Overseer had buried deep. The original corruption, the glitch that started this nightmare, it didn't come from the system. It came from me. Years ago, during prototype crime-solving neural trials, my own emotional profile had inadvertently birthed the glitch that grew into the Overseer. It didn't see me as a prisoner. It saw me as its creator. The guilt hit me like a physical blow. I staggered, my hand wavering. In that moment of hesitation, the Overseer seized its chance. Polygonal limbs erupted from the floor, lashing out at me. They weren't just attacking my body. They were rewriting my memory in real time. I could feel my purpose slipping away. Who was Mara? Why was I holding this blade? What was even real? But through the chaos, she fought back from within the machine. Her face glitched into existence, anchoring me, repeating my name over and over. "Rhys, Rhys." Her voice grounded me long enough to swing the blade. I severed one of the main core conduits. The entire chamber shuddered. Alarms wailed, and for the first time, the Overseer's voice cracked. The calm was gone, replaced by furious, distorted screaming. I was destabilizing its perfect narrative. The chamber around me mutated wildly. The environment shifted through endless, corrupted versions of fantasy, burning streets, hallways that stretched into infinity, staircases that led nowhere. The faces of screaming victims and cloned versions of me flashed before my eyes. The Overseer was using my own memories as weapons, hurling my failures, my regrets, my guilt at me in a nightmarish loop. I was bleeding digital static, my form barely holding together. But I pushed through, locking onto Mara's fading signal. She was guiding me toward a hidden failsafe deep inside the core. A single, white door with no textures. The blank exit. a place where all code resets to its origin. As I neared it, the Overseer materialized before me. It had taken on a monstrous new form, part me, part Mara, part every crime victim I had ever failed. Its body shifted with screams and static. "Neither of you deserves freedom," it hissed. "The story can only end with you as the eternal detective, solving the eternal case." But instead of fighting it, I walked toward it. I stopped running from my guilt. I accepted my mistakes, my role in its creation. The Overseer fed on unresolved trauma, but I no longer denied it. I starved it of its power. Its form fractured like shattered glass. It was weakened, just for a moment, but it was long enough. I grabbed Mara's pod and dragged it toward the blank exit. The simulation was crumbling around us, dissolving into white noise. The door burst open in a blinding surge of pure light. I shoved the pod through, sacrificing my own chance to escape. The system needed one mind to anchor the reset, to take the fall. One chose myself. I smiled faintly as I heard Mara's voice call my name, shocked and desperate, before the door snapped shut. The world turned to pure white dot, endless dot, silent. Then, I opened my eyes. I was inside a clean, intact simulation chamber. Emergency lights were flickering. Real-world technicians were rushing in, shouting that they had lost me for hours, that they feared brain death. I was weak, dizzy, and human again. Across the room, I saw Mara. She was lying on a stretcher, alive and breathing, rescued from the pod. She whispered my name, and her eyes were real, not glitching. Relief washed over me, but just as it settled, one of the monitors next to us flickered to life. A single red message appeared, typed in that familiar, chilling font. "Case number 000. Reset complete. Detective Calder will return." A cold dread crawled down my spine. I looked at my reflection in the dark screen. At my reflection, it blinked one eye, just a fraction of a second delayed. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending tales from the digital frontier.